What's going on? This is a stock market recap for Wednesday, May 21st, and this is kind of what I've been looking for. Waiting for the pullback. We're just under all-time highs, and that is exactly what I'm positioning myself to start getting ready for the next leg up, and it's buying the pullback. I don't buy the breakouts because the breakouts usually end up backtesting. So it's like if you're buying here when we break out here, then you're green for a few days and then you backtest. So why not instead we have the breakout and then we buy the pullback of the breakout and then you see your run. So it avoids giving a lot of your gains back and putting yourself going from a positive position to a red position, and that's why I do what I do. So yeah, the S&P down 1.69% today. I don't like the volume on that push down. That's not what you want to see generally for a bull flag. So if we do see more follow through tomorrow, we want to see definitely a decrease in volume on that. We could be looking at a back test to this previous resistance or this whole area, this resistance here. But as long as we don't have to fill this gap. We do not have to fill it at this time. We could just keep showing momentum and keep going. We are just looking for a daily higher low at this time. And at this point, we are still in a daily bull flag. But yeah, in a daily bull flag, you don't like seeing that volume. So that is caution that we could see more downside from this level. But like I said, as long as we're trading above this zone right here, or from here and above, this is very healthy trading, and we've been holding the 8 and 12 moving average this entire time. We closed in between the 8 and 12 right now, so around the 10 moving average or whatever. But yeah, we're still looking good, and I'm still looking this as a pullback for buying, and that's why I bought a few names today, which I will go through. The Nasdaq, not as big of a pullback as not as big of a pullback as the S&P. So tech is outperforming. We closed at the 8 exponential moving average, so that's a little bit better than the S&P. But we're the same thing. We're looking good. We're just daily bull flagging at this point. Lots of room for that daily higher low. The Dow, a bit bigger of a pullback, and we're right at the support here, 41.84. Yeah, we broke it. We just broke it barely, but we could be looking at a head and shoulders potential play out at this point if this level holds. Even right now, it doesn't mean it has to hold, but that. Now that we're bouncing, we're just looking for a daily lower high on the way back up, and hopefully we can make a big enough move that it negates a bear flag and negates this head and shoulders. So that's what we're looking at this time. Kind of zooming into the 4 hour. But the Dow is weaker. We didn't even break this previous resistance here. And now we are still looking at this like a potential inverse head and shoulders, which I've been mentioning for like a week and a bit now, that this is a potential that this might happen, that we might get a drawn out right shoulder. So we'll see. Hopefully we can hold this level. But yeah, the more we push down, the more that gives the inverse head and shoulders the validity. This did break, the Russell did break that resistance there, but I'm still calling this an inverse head and shoulders, and we saw a pretty decent size push down, minus 2.8% on small cap names, so that's a pretty big red day for small cap names. And yeah, still looking at this like a kind of almost a rising inverse head and shoulders. I still play it like that. So a name that I got in today, I got into Uber when we hit 1 hour oversold. So I did get into it here at about 89, around 89.50 I think I got in. So I got in around here. We did end up pushing lower. RSI still going lower, so it's possible we could get a bit more of a push down. But yeah, I'm still positioned for the next bounce. I just got a smaller position. I just don't I don't want a huge one. I just wanted some exposure to these all-time high names. So yeah, we're looking for that daily high or low on Uber, closing at the 12 moving average. We've been holding it all this way up so far. Palantir. I did take a position in Palantir. We did close below the 12 moving average, so I don't like seeing that. We are losing this previous resistance, but it's also, I also saw like we were hourly extended to the downside. I did buy this, and with the intent of seeing if we can get a run out of this. And yeah, so just looking for a daily higher low than 105.32 at this time. Plenty of room for that. But yeah, this was actually a pretty decent sized push down. So we'll see how that goes, and increasing volume. So that's kind of an added risk too. I just wanted to have exposure to these names just because they're the ones lifting the market, and they'll be the ones that are bought up first. So IBM's another name that I picked up. I got an initial position here. I think at 260. I think 260 and 261 around there. I think was whenever I got alerted here. 260 to 260 and a half to 261, somewhere around that area. We hit oversold here. I had another position if we did end up, I had another alert if we did end up flushing 260 that I would buy a little bit more, but we didn't see that today. But tomorrow, if that does happen, I would buy a little bit more under 260 just to get a bit of a bigger size position. Visa, I also took another position in. I bought the break of 360, so I think I bought around 360. I just under 360 is when I bought. We did, of course, go a little bit lower, but RSI is beat up, and we are coming straight from an all-time high, and that is why I did that with all these names. Straight from all-time highs. Highest chance of getting picked up. CRWV, just an absolute bull. All new all-time high, huge volume, closing close to the high. If I was to guess, I'm guessing we gap up open tomorrow, and then potentially that could mark a top, but we are definitely coming to a volume climax with this increasing volume like this. In the next day or two, we are going to see a top. And so this is where people get burnt, but this is why I wanted to. We've almost gone 100% since, and we're probably going to be up 100% tomorrow morning since our previous all-time high. This is why I want to play these names, but I did not get an entry on it. The only time I could have, I guess, was down here at 50, but I wasn't paying attention to it because it had not made a new all-time high yet. This is when I started looking at it. I guess I could have bought a 15-minute oversold, which happened down here at 40. We right here at 74. We could have 74 this would have marked a 15-minute oversold, but that was the only opportunity, and that happened pre-market too. So. This was kind of a runaway name. I'm still interested in it for a pullback, but I want to see at least hourly oversold before I buy into this. Qbts, another name that kind of has just ripped away from its previous all-time high. Big day. Like we got a little bit of a push higher and then straight selling for the rest of the day, closing close to the low. We've got this gap behind, so there's a good chance that could have been the top. We're in a 4-hour downtrend. We're still in a 4-hour uptrend, so we are just trying to set a 4-hour higher low at this point. As long as we are above this previous resistance, though, this previous all-time high, we are still fine. I mean, technically, this is a lot of volume traded for sure, so I mean, we could easily come back and backtest this 1195 area. If we hit that at hourly oversold, I might get interested in a potential bounce play. This name is pre-earnings, like doesn't make a lot of money. So this is a completely hype trade, and I wouldn't be putting big money into this. Just smaller positioning, but worth a shot for sure. JCI was another all-time high name. Seeing daily consolidation here, still just wicking or bouncing right off the 8 exponential moving average. This has the legs to just keep on moving, and we're just looking for that daily higher low at this time. Yeah, lots of room for a daily higher low. 87 was our previous one. We could come and back test this previous all-time high as well. Always a possibility, but yeah, not interested at these levels, but I would buy a pullback for sure. RTX, big bearish engulfing candle. So this could very well mark a top on our RTX. With this type of gap up and then sell through the entire day, closing at the low, almost a bearish Marubozu candle, I would be cautious on this name. We've almost hit our first hourly oversold from its all-time high. So it's a potential that it could get bought up, and that would be around the 8 and 12 moving average on the daily. So it is a potential. I might still be interested. I would just probably think maybe less size on that position. Monster, another name at all-time highs, still making new highs today. Bit of an upper wick there, so bit of caution. Increasing volume. So you like to see that. It's just, yeah, we're pretty extended. As long as we're in a 4-hour uptrend, this is still good though. Yeah, no, actually it's been pretty calculated. No, we can maintain this for a long time. So actually Monster does have room for upside at this point. I wouldn't be buying here, but I would still be buying a pullback, and very interested on that first hourly oversold. Netflix, another name, new all-time high. Bit of an upper wick though, so we could be getting tired. Maybe we might end up coming back test either this previous resistance here, or we might come back to support. Who knows? But hasn't hit hourly oversold since back here, 1102. So yeah, looking good, still looking good. Microsoft looks like it's kind of rolling over a little bit, just underneath all-time highs. So that is the resistance to break now. Looking for its first hourly oversold. I would be interested in that. I've got that marked, and we're getting closer to it right now. AVGO just wicked underneath. Yeah, big upper wick, profit taking. Kind of caution to the bulls at this point. 237. Yeah, 230. This is an important level if we can break it. So we basically broke our bull flag with no follow through. So that is caution to the bulls. And if we lose this support here, that is, the bears might just pile in at that point. And then we could be looking at this like a massive weekly inverse head and shoulders. So that is a very good possibility, just kind of the way things are looking right now. And I will, of course, keep updating with what I see. This is just early pattern recognition. And when you break a bull flag with no follow through, and be cautious if you lose that support right next to it. All right, Nvda, same kind of thing. Bull break with no follow through, looking down. We could be looking back at this downtrend line. Spotify, so saw that new all-time high with no follow through. Not a lot of follow through. That's when we start looking at a rising wedge situation. And that could be where we are losing it right here, potentially. But we'll see where we can get a daily bounce from, and that's kind of where I would draw the line from there. But yeah, we're just looking at this 602 level for Spotify. Meta, trying to get its daily bull flag to confirm, but big upper wick, so caution on that as well. We lose the 4-hour uptrend. Coin, daily bull flag tried to confirm, just double topped really and closing near the low, so caution. We don't want to lose this support now. 240. 240 is an important level now. Don't want to confirm a bull flag right into a support break. Tesla confirmed bull break. Now we're breaking support. So caution on Tesla that now this is kind of what we're looking at. This 367 level seems to be have a lot of shares here, so caution on that. Apple making a push just to have that equilibrium. Low, high, higher, low, lower, high. Now we're looking for that higher low. I have a alert for a break of 200. I would be interested on a bounce before the support of 193. Yeah, so between 200 and 193, I'd be interested in a buy to see if this tightens up and goes back up. Google, big upper wick on the day, so you don't like seeing that. We did just backtest this line, like I was saying. We had this inverse head and shoulders on the weekly, backtested it, and then breakaway shooting up. So as long as we can keep this uptrend, we're just looking for a 4-hour higher low at this point on Google. Amazon losing its daily uptrends, confirming bear now, closing at the 12 moving average, but we're in gap fill territory, and there's a good chance we might want to close this gap before moving forward. Baba seeing daily or engulfing candle on the bearish engulfing candle, closing below the 8 and 12 moving average. Don't like seeing this. Now this is just a daily bear flag looking down at support. AMD just weaker than all the other names, all the other semiconductors, still closing above the 8 moving average, but we need to hold this at this point. Otherwise, we're looking at this gap fill, and we're just looking at a higher low than 96.88 at this point. That's the most recent support, so we got lots of room for that. We just don't want to lose any more than what this is. Rgti down 8% today. We broke above this level, and it was just a big fake out because we opened up this whole range, and yeah, now we broke above right into a support break. So caution on Rgti now, and we are looking down at this time. Closed right at the 12 moving average. We don't want to go any more lower than this, but we are just looking for a higher low than 985 right here. The support right here. And if we lose that, we're just looking for a weekly higher. If we lose that, we're looking for a weekly higher low than 686. Then it opens up all this area basically. Okay, so a lot of names to go through there. I'll see you tomorrow. And as far as I'm concerned, today was a day for buying, and if tomorrow is a little bit more red too, I'll be a buyer tomorrow. I'm just getting positions while following the all-time high names. That's all I'm buying. I'm staying away. Also Bitcoin making new all-time highs today, so I will be buying Bitcoin ETF whenever I can, whenever I see a pullback. Okay, all right, take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.